going to tilt this a little bit. And my brand is called Tossed Hat. My sister got me this neon sign. Are y'all able to see it clearly? I actually brought down the brightness of the light and it still looks bright. But my sister, Winnie, I call her Pooh Bear, she got me this. She said, Rita, you should have something for your channel so in the background they can always see the um, the name of your business. So, yeah, at tostat.com if you like to see some of my work. But you see a lot of my work on my channel. Today, what we're going to do is I have this, I guess they call it buffalo hat, mushroom hat. I've already blocked it. Um, it's already stiffened. Um, it's unfinished though. It's not designed, decorated, I should say, or embellished. I already sewed in my sweatband with my brand label. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add, most people, not most people, but on a lot of these hats, they may add a feather. I'm going to add something a little bit different. And I'm going to add a pigeon. Look at that. They say pigeons are synonymous with urban living. And some people don't like pigeons. They call them rats with wings. They eat almost anything. But I have come to appreciate pigeons. They are very intelligent. Um, a lot of religions respect pigeons. They have very good eyesight, sharp eyesight. They prefer to live around humans. What else? Yeah, if you know any facts about pigeons, please share. So I'm going to embellish this on the side of the hat instead of a feather. So I think I may. I don't know how I'm going to put this pigeon on, but we're going to figure it out. But most importantly, that's going to be the easy part. I actually got a wooden cutout of a pigeon. Why? Because I came across, they say pigeons usually, where do they like to sleep? They like to sleep elevated on a flat surface, on buildings. And I live in the New York metro area, and you always see them on buildings, on windowsills. So I have this fabric that's brick that's gonna represent like a window, not a window, the brick that you often see in cities, right? That pigeons sit on. And I'm basically gonna do a cutout. This is probably a 3-inch, and I'm gonna trace it, and I'm actually going to put it on the hat along with the pigeon as well. And then maybe later you can help me decide which hat band to use. I have a couple. I think I'm only going to do one of each of this. So let's get into it, shall we? Thanks for joining, guys. Okay, so we have our material here, and I'm going to use Taylor's chalk. I'm not going to do the middle. I'm going to try to save some material here. I'm going to start at the bottom, and I'm just going to trace. Let me know if I need to get up closer, okay? If you need to see more. This is Taylor's chalk. Okay. And I'm using it in yellow so I can see what I'm doing when I cut. And you know what? Actually, I may not need to do this because you know what? I think I'm going to use an X-Acto knife. I think this is good to do. Trace this if you're going to use a scissor. But I think if you use an X-Acto knife, this helps you trace it. And X-Acto knives are sharp, so, you know, make sure you don't use them around, you know, the kids. Make sure they are not too close because these bad boys are super, super sharp. So, yeah, I'm going to use my X-Acto knife. To trace this here. And so if you guys live in the metro area, do y'all how do you feel about pigeons? They're synonymous with cities, and it says they prefer to live around people, to be around humans, so that would make sense why they like cities. Maybe because they also like to eat anything. Maybe that's why they also like to be around cities, because where there's people, there's food, right? Okay. We'll see. We're testing this out. This X-Acto knife. Let's see how exact it gets for us. Around the feet and around the tail, I know it's going to be. And sometimes when you're using an X-Acto knife, you're like, is it really cutting? I know it's super sharp, but sometimes depending on the material, this material's kind of thick. It's felt, but it's thin felt. It's thin felt. Okay, let's see if this works. Okay, I hope so. It barely cut through the felt. Oh my goodness, guys. But you can see you can see the trace of it. All right. So back to the drawing board here. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna trace just next to it, and then we're gonna use our scissor. Okay. Yeah. We're gonna get this done. Because if there is anything you will learn about me, I try and try again until I get it. Or just think of a plan B, you know? And I'm going back and forth with this Taylor's chalk to make sure I see that line pretty sharp when I use my scissor. You know, I went to the Playhouse Kitchen over the weekend. It was so good. It was really good. Okay. Let's see here. Look at that. Oh, you know what series I started watching on Hulu? Paradise. Is anybody else watching that? It's one of those shows you got to pay attention. Sometimes I'm not good at that. I like to work while I'm, okay, so we have it, the pigeon, the frame of it, and I'm just going to follow the trace. I'm going to cut out the main body, and then I'm going to copy these feet there. Yeah. I don't know what that was in the kitchen, but okay. Okay. When I got this wooden pigeon, I didn't know what size to get, so I got two sizes, the 2-inch and the 3-inch. This is the 3-inch size that I'm cutting. Okay, we're getting there, people. Okay. I didn't want this pigeon to be bigger than, okay. Okay. All right, so we cut it there. Yeah. Yeah, I like it. You know what I'm gonna do? This is what I'm gonna do so I don't have to wipe off the the chalk. I'm gonna do it on the back side. Let me tell you something. The more you do this, the better you get. And sometimes it takes doing it differently a couple of times before you realize, okay, this is what will work best. This will work best. And I like having unedited videos because a lot of times, you know, people show you things and it's like, oh wow, she did that so perfectly. But let me tell you, nobody does anything perfectly the first time. If you do, okay, it might be what they call beginner's luck. But most times we have to do things a couple of times and before we come up with the most efficient way to do something. Okay. There we have it. Doing it on the back side. I don't know if y'all could see that. The yellow. Now we're going to cut it out. Now we won't have a problem with having to remove the yellow tailor's chalk from the front of the felt. This is my first time doing this, by the way, guys. Third time was a charm, right? So the takeaway is we've learned that the X-Acto knife does not work through the felt material. And using the back of the felt material to trace is the better way to go, because that way you don't have to remove the chalk. Yeah. Okay. Let me round out this tail back here. Okay. Good. Yes, 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 yes. How was you guys' day? Did you have a good day? I hope you did. I had a good day. I got to rest. My family visited. Y'all might have saw my video last week I did with my niece. We made a headband. It was fun. She made it for one of her friends. I have to check in with her and see which friend she decided to give it to. Okay. I think we have something here. Okay. All right. They round out the feet. So we're rounding out these points. It's not going to be perfect, but it's going to be perfect enough. Oh, the middle one was longer. It's okay. It's okay. We're not going back. I think most people will get this, that this is a pigeon cutout, right? Okay. So, yeah, I think that looks enough. Like a pigeon. Okay, so what we're going to do with this is I'm probably going to put the pigeon there. Or I could put it here. No, I think I'm going to put it there. Okay. I'm going to do another one, but I'm going to do it out of the gray brick this time. Yeah. And then we're going to start embellishing the hat. That's the fun part. So what takes the longest when making a hat, such as the one that I made, is the drying time. Is once you block it, you gotta let it dry for anywhere from 12 to 24 hours, depending on the material. Okay, we're getting faster here. We're getting faster here. Okay. Okay. Okay, we're almost there. Okay. And now here is the second one. I think I almost like it better with the gray. Yeah. When we put this on the side of the hat, I don't know, the gray stands out to me, but I just love dimension, you know what I mean? I could probably put these two together. They have the gray brick. These are the pigeons. Do they look like pigeons to you guys? Okay, so now it's time, before we adorn the outside of the hat, we're going to put these to a side. We're going to come back to them. We're going to hot glue them on. But it's time to place a satin liner in the hat. And I'm going to use this gray satin liner that has, can you see what that is there? Has an owl on it, yeah. I'm going to fit it into the hat, see how it fits, and then we're going to place it underneath the sweatband. And it's a little bit too big. I shouldn't say too big, it's tall. It would just buckle. You see how it's coming out there? It's not laying flat. We want it to lay flat. So I'm going to mark, it's about a 1/2 inch, I think, that needs to come down. And then, let's see here. Yeah, it's about a 1/2 inch. So, let's measure 1/2 inch is there. Get you guys closer. Sorry, hope I didn't make you dizzy there. Okay. So this is measuring 1/2 inch. And then we're going to cut the satin liner. Yeah, that's a 1/2 inch. Okay. Then I'm going to take my ruler and make sure it's a 1/2 inch all the way across. I have my clips here. To make sure the material doesn't move. Okay. So can't lose my 1/2 inch mark. Yeah. So that's my 1/2 inch. Lay this down and create a line so that when I cut it, it remains and I almost need to cut it on a curve, kind of. I don't have my curved ruler, so we're going to do the best we can. I'm just kind of moving my ruler as I go on the curvature. Okay, so now we're ready to cut the satin liner and then place it in the hat. You know what? Let me put these back on. I took them off prematurely, at least 2. You don't have to put them all back on. Okay, here we go. So and you know, some of the liners, this one says 58. Fits a hat 58 centimeters. So in inches, that's probably about 23-inch hat. Yeah. I find as long as I get 57, 58 centimeters, it's fine. It fits most hat because it's fabric, so it tends to fit nicely. It's just the height is always a little bit too high. Okay, there we go. It's not the most perfect, but you're not going to really see it. Once we put this in, and the split back here, I'm going to put in back of the hat where the label is. And let's see how this fits. And I'm really just tucking it in underneath the sweatband. And it should hold it tight enough. Some people put Elmer's glue to hold it in place. I have experience with glue and sweat. From at one time, I used to wear lace fronts. And guess what? You can sweat off glue. So I don't like having glue where you perspire. For me, that's not going to hold up well. So I rather put nothing at all and just let the tension of the sweatband hold it up. It's not going to fall off. I don't know whose idea that was to put Elmer's glue, tack it on there. Yeah, just not my way. Okay. So there we go. There you have it. A nice fitting hat. Nice fitting hat liner. You want to be able to see what that is in there, and you want it to look like it fits. You don't want it to look bigger. Oh, go. Cutting my grosgrain ribbon, it was starting to unravel. Okay. Okay. All right. So now we can decorate the top without having to flip over this hat again. So let's clean up a little. Put these back. This is my little organized space. I have these hanging off my wall so that I can, be neat as I do this. Okay. Put this back a little bit. Now you can help me decide which hat band to use. So I'm going to place these pigeons on here. I am going to have a real pigeon. I'm not going to have it. Should I have it at the top of the head, y'all? Would that be crazy? Would you wear a hat with a pigeon at the top? Or would you do it at the side? Kind of like it's on a window ledge. Okay. Well, while you think about that, let's choose the sweatband, okay? Okay, I'm gonna lower this here so you can see a little better. Is that better? Okay, so should I use this one? I don't think this does anything for it because the black, I don't know. I'm not necessarily feeling it. We have a plain solid gray. This could work because of the pigeon having the gray in there. You know what I mean? It could work. It's an option. But I like dimension. It's hard for me to choose solid colors. I usually like to use sweatbands that have more than one color in them. Just me. This one has gray, black, has all the colors. I feel like the purple's too purple, but guess what? The pigeon has purple on its neck. Not purple, but you know, like a burgundy. So far, I'm feeling the solid gray. No, that's too busy. I think we might have something. This is a two-tone bluish gray and blue. I think this goes, I don't know, I think this is the winner. Yeah, I think this hat band is the winner, people. Yeah. I don't know. The top of the head is quite a lot. Okay. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. So let's put the sweatband on here. And first, let's find the back of the hat. Okay, the back of the hat is back here. Okay. chalk has gotten on here. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to cut this, but at an angle. Are you liking the way that's looking? I'm liking the way it's looking. So I'm going to do a little bit of the hot glue, but I'm going to do it on the bottom part, just a little dab will do you. Too much and it comes through looking like an oil stain on the other side, or a wet stain, I should say. Yeah. Okay. We're looking pretty good here. Alright, when we come to the back, I usually don't like to lay this low because look what happens. When you lay it too low, you kind of see it right against the bottom. So I like to pick it up a little bit. Let me show you. Let's see here. Up a bit so that when this one comes around we can lay this closer to the bottom. Yep, come on up. Oh, I gotta do it again. I will tell you the hot glue guns, they dry very quickly. But one thing I will say, when you're doing this, you should have a lot of tension in your pull. Don't be light with it. Okay, I'm going to cut this at an angle. Okay. You know what? This is the back of the hat. Don't lose your place, folks. I'll tell you, it's easy to lose your place with the back of these hats, boy. Alright, we're going to keep going. Okay, there we go. So, standing up for this, we're going to put it at the bottom. And as I get closer to the end, I am going to put it on the side and the top. Make sure you have enough tension. Okay. She's on. She is on. Okay. So now, where do we put the bird? Where do we put the pigeon? Do y'all remember that song, Catch That Pigeon? It's from the cartoon. If you know, you know. I'm not going to date myself and say how long ago it was, but catch the pigeon, Catch the pigeon, go. Something like that. Trying to figure out how to put the bird, where to put the bird. Where would you put the bird, people? Okay, I'm gonna have to put this on myself to see what looks good. And so we're gonna put this on me. Okay. I need to see, this is not meant to fit my head. Do I want to wear it up top? Probably not. I'm not crazy about that. Do I want to wear it? I don't want it hanging off the side of the brim. Okay. I want it somewhere on the ledge. I just needed to see how it would look. Actually, if I separate the feet, that could work. But can you imagine walking down the street, bumping into someone, and the bird hits someone? I'm just saying. Okay. We're going back to where to put it as I pick up this bird. I kind of like the bird close. I like it close to the side. Okay, yeah. This is where we're going to put the bird. Okay, it's going on, people. It's going on this side. Yeah, I think in the middle is fine. Okay, I'm going to kind of straighten the feet and then put on the hot glue gun. Sorry, Mr. Pigeon. Hope this doesn't feel too hot for you. I never worry about getting glue on my felt because I use sandpaper to remove whatever residuals of hot glue gun there is. So I'm pressing its feet into the felt to make sure it sticks. I'll worry about all the residual glue later. It's really not a lot. Can I tell you, I made like 3 fascinators with pigeons on them. And I remember my mother saying, who's gonna buy that? Who would get that? And can I tell you, all 3 people were from New York who purchased it. Yeah, we appreciate, some of us city folks appreciate our pigeons, or find them beautiful, and don't think of them as rats with wings, as some people do. Okay. Guys, I think my other bird went over. Okay. I am going to worry about that later. Not now. Huh. Or would you put it up here? Would you put it close? I really want my brick birds. Let me see if I put this. Did it fall behind the... Yep, it sure did. Guys, I gotta get that other bird. Or do I cut out another one? All right, I'm gonna cut out another one. Now that I know what I'm doing, I'll be faster. But in the meantime, can you tell me where would y'all... Oh, yes. I think I'll put it over the hat band. That's what I'll do. As I cut another one, I will put it over the hat band. Okay. Let's do this. Okay. Ready to cut. Okay. Well, this is going to teach me how to push my workstation against the wall so nothing falls back there. And who knows, this one might be better than that one. Because on that one, the feet weren't as I wanted them. Okay, so now we're getting to the feet. Okay. Huh. Okay. Yeah, there we go. We did it. And I think what I was saying, so you know how, I wasn't thinking straight. I could have put this over. That's okay. I know what we're going to do. We're going to put it on the other side, right? And I could do, how does that look to you? Does that look good? Huh. I think, or unless I stagger it. Yeah. It's my pigeon hat on the ledge. Yeah, I think that creates interest, right? So what we'll do, because once I put these bad boys on, that's it. No taking these off. So I'm using my hot glue gun. And I'm putting it on my felt. This is felt, very soft felt material. And just remember, hot glue dries very quickly. Okay. So here we go. Right, that went on successful. Now the second one. So if they're wearing the hat like this, do I want them to see a little bit of this? Okay, maybe a little bit. So the gray bird will go up top. Or should it be down? Yeah, we'll put it down. Okay. I don't know, would you consider this an avant-garde hat? I like having fun with my hats and not doing something that you always see, because it keeps it interesting for me too. If I was just putting ribbons on hats, plain solid ribbons, I don't know, I think that would bore me. I like to stay stimulated as well, you know. Okay. All right. Would you wear this hat? It's okay if you wouldn't. I would love to know. How do I, There is a way to take a poll. Would you wear this hat? I don't know how to put it up there. I'm going to figure it out, because there's a way to ask questions on these chats. I'll figure it out. But you could tell me in the chat or the comments. Okay. Okay. Oh, hello. The hot glue gun was off. Okay. Just a little bit more. And we're done here. Doing the feet now. I'm gonna be at the Black Girl Art Show. So I wanted to do some hats that really look like artistry, you know. So I hope my art lovers at the show appreciate this. I'm loving her. All right. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys, while I did this hat, decorated it. I might just put a little pin there. Yeah. All right. Have a great night.